Here they are. It's time for the bronze medal match here for the compound women.
Shooting on target number 1, representing the Russian Federation, the reigning champion of the world, Natalia Avdeeva. And her opponent, shooting on target number 2, representing the United States of America, 15-arrow match world record holder, Linda Ochoa-Anderson. The line judge for this matchup is Bettina Kratzmüller.
Well, here we go. A very intriguing battle here. Ochoa-Anderson is back, Nikki. She is back. She's not been in the Final Four since changing allegiances from Mexico to the USA. And she's up against the world champion, who is in, great form to make it through to the medal matches in the Final Four, but wasn't that convincing in her semi-final.
Yeah, this is going to be a really, really tight match. I don't know which way to call it.
Well, a bronze medal at stake, a bag of ranking points as well for the Hyundai Archery World Cup Series. It will be the USA's Linda Ochoa-Anderson to shoot first.
10.
Solid start from the pair. Perhaps a little high from the Russian. Let's see if that is a pattern that will be followed.
9.
A longer hold and into the 9. Obviously not happy with that one.
10.
Well, if anything, Avdeeva's shot a much better second arrow.
10.
But back into the centre for Ochoa-Anderson.
Oh, 10, 10, 10.
A perfect start for Natalia Avdeeva, puts her into an early lead. We saw a little hint of maybe a little break in concentration or some issue with technique in the second shot from Ochoa-Anderson, but otherwise, pretty exemplary shooting.
Yeah, and she came off the line really happy, smiling. You know, she's in this, so it's going to be an interesting match. Natalia's come back with a face of, I am going to take this now. I am ready for this. I'm not losing again, so this is going to be a great match.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, Avdeeva, world number 2 and current world champion, is very used to being in this position, as used to as you can be after 18 months without any international sport. But the key thing for Ochoa-Anderson is 2018, since she was last in the Final Four when she was competing for Mexico. And, you know, she is an absolute supreme talent, was forced to take a year away from international competition to make that change. And she's come back and she looks just like she did back then.
Yeah, she's been around for a long time. She's shot very, very well in all these finals, lots of medals. Let's see what she can do.
Trailing by a single point, one slight error in the first end. Ochoa-Anderson will start things off in end number 2. Bit of buffeting there. You can see the bow moving around, and she pulls out a blinder there. She did that in her semi-final, had a long hold because of the wind, pulled out a 10, and she only grew from there. But Avdeeva, looking very solid, hasn't missed the centre yet.
Good, strong shot. 10.
Yeah, she's not afraid of this wind, is she? She's just staying solid, keeping that aiming going, just keep on that process, and the shot's going to break.
9.
That 9's been marked as questionable. Could potentially be marked up. Ochoa-Anderson in for her perfect, first perfect here, a 30 for her, puts her on 59. Now, that's a 10. And now that puts her level, provisionally, and at 9, I think it's got a good chance of getting marked up.
Yeah, we're struggling to see it a little bit there because it was right behind the other 10. So it's going to be interesting to see what the judge calls.
Take a look back. First of the 3 10s from Ochoa-Anderson. Just taking a little brief look back at the coach to get some kind of confirmation everything's all right. But as you said, Nikki, just happy to hold on and wait.
Yeah, she'll be, making that shot process happen, trying to get the shot to go off, but, she's not afraid of the wind. She's pulling through it. She's doing really well in those blustery conditions when she is getting hit and we can see her moving around.
Yeah, take some discipline to remain that patient and confidence in your own ability. Provisionally, scores all tied at 59 apiece. Now we are getting the news that Ochoa-Anderson will shoot first, but we haven't had confirmation of the score yet. Well, there we go. 59 apiece. Ochoa-Anderson will shoot first in end number 3. Again, showing that discipline to hold on and wait for the right moment to release. Solid and strong from Avdeeva, though.
Good, strong shot. Good focus, good finish. Straight to the target. Good, strong shot.
9.
That one off into the 9, but we can see the big difference again between the techniques here. With Natalia, that finger on the release aid, you can see a bit more of what we call that punch. So even if it is windy, she can decide when to shoot, when that dot is on the centre. Whereas Linda's just pulling through, keep pulling, getting buffeted a little bit more.
She's not doing bad. 2 29s and a 30 to give her the 88, but all of a sudden, Avdeeva looking good, and it's her second perfect. So 2 perfects for Avdeeva and a 29. The quality of the shooting is incredibly high standard. It's exactly what you're saying. You're expected to shoot 10s here, and this is what these 2 archers are doing.
Yeah, with these compound bows, 50 metres, we are expecting 10s where possible, certainly at this level. So, it's about who drops a point rather than if you shoot a 10, really. So, yeah, both an incredible standard. Only 3 points dropped between the pair of them so far in this match.
Quite incredible. The Olympic motto tattooed on the right arm of Natalia Avdeeva. I should say one of the many. But Avdeeva, I tell you what, that second shot in particular for me, she wasn't just shooting an arrow, she was actually sending a message, I think, to everyone. I'm going to hit this 10 and I'm going to keep hitting it. And, but it doesn't look like Ochoa-Anderson's really getting affected by that too much.
No, I mean, they're in their different lanes. She's facing away from her as well, which sometimes helps. You can't see what's going on behind her. Just stay in your bubble, shoot your shot, stick to your process.
Well, just 1 point in it. Avdeeva has snuck back into the lead by a single point, and Ochoa-Anderson will get end number 4 underway, and disruption right at the start of her shot there.
Wonder if her arrow just dropped off the rest. I think that might have been possible. She's maybe not able to flick it back on the rest again, so had to come down and pull up again. But she only has 20 seconds to make that shot.
Yeah, she got back into the rhythm pretty quickly there, and the result was a good score. That's on the line, but will get marked up. So still the slenderest of leads for the Russian.
She hasn't been getting a lot of recovery time here. She's had to pull the bow back twice. Natalia shot really quickly. Now she's back on full draw again for a longish hold. So that blood getting around your body is going to be a bit of a problem. But she shot a 10.
10.
So again, shooting first, an opportunity to put pressure on her Russian opponent.
10,
And it's another perfect, a second one for Ochoa-Anderson. Will it be a third for Avdeeva? Oh, just sneaking out into the left-hand side there. The grouping looking very solid indeed, but just one creeping into the 9, and we are all square at 118 apiece. Nikki, you said it was going to be tight. It is, absolutely. Any hint of which way this one might go?
Oh, I think, I don't know if you could call it still at this stage. Like I say, very different styles being shot here, and what a great, contest it is. They're both shooting at absolutely incredible level, so both talking to their coaches now, getting a bit of feedback and support from them. They've just got to go into this last end and just shoot the best 3 arrows they possibly can.
And this is it. I mean, the margins are so tight here as we take a look back at some of the shots, and we can really get a close-up of the difference in the technique as well.
Yeah, with the wrist release versus the hand release, so a bit more back tension that Linda's shooting there, more movement through the shot.
But I'm a simple man, Nikki. I'm a simple man, and I work on patterns, and it's been Avdeeva taking the lead in the first, Ochoa-Anderson coming back. Avdeeva taking the lead in the third, Ochoa-Anderson coming back. My pattern says this is Avdeeva's for the taking. Ochoa-Anderson will shoot first in the final end, though. Quick releases from both of them, getting through their processes very quickly at the start of the 5th.
I think that's putting a bit more pressure on Linda because she hasn't got the recovery time. Natalia's there, she shot the arrow very quickly and she's got to come back. I wonder if that was a bit of just endurance there. Didn't have a long recovery time at all.
9.
Also going wide, opening it up again. It's down to the last arrow.
I know, this is incredible now. This really is 1 arrow for the bronze medal here in Lausanne. A long hold, big shake. Couple of big shapes. It's in to the 9. So a 10 for Avdeeva to take bronze here in Lausanne. Another quick arrow. It's into the 10. She's shot angry, and look at the face she shows there. She's absolutely cock-a-hoop with that win. She came here to get a medal. It's her first outing of the season, her first outing since the restrictions were lifted on travel, and the Russian Natalia Avdeeva will be standing on the podium in the bronze medal position here in Switzerland. Look at the respect between the two athletes, but you can see how much Avdeeva wanted that.
Oh yeah, after that loss in the semi-final, to come back now and take that, she was so pleased. And your pattern was right, she came out in the first end, then Linda, then back to Natalia, then the pattern worked. So I think that was a great conclusion you brought through the end.
Even a broken watch is right twice a day, so they tell me. It did seem to be a pattern going through it, but right at the end to go down to that final arrow, who knew what was going on? But you mentioned it. It was the key thing, and I think you're absolutely spot on. Endurance played its part, and the quick shooting of Avdeeva was as much a part of that win as the high-scoring arrows.
Yeah, definitely. There's an intensity here, of the pressure, the longer holes of Linda, the short space she's got when Natalia shoots those quick arrows. She's got to get back, up to full draw again very quickly, and you've got to have that endurance that you're feeling on top form. If you feel drained and there's no blood left in your arms, you're not going to shoot the best shot. So maybe that's something to go away with, and try and practice quicker arrows that your opponent might put you under that pressure of.
Yeah, intriguing thing. It's something that I think perhaps we haven't actually developed on before, that the speed of your release, the speed of your process can play a big part in your opponent's recovery, and that is a face. I think we're going to see that photograph all over social media. What a brilliant win for the bronze here in Lausanne, and the respect shown between the two athletes, incredible.